up? What is up, man? What's going on, man? I told y'all niggas I was gonna hit y'all niggas up early today, man. What's going on? What's going on, man? Should I be like that nigga that was crying in the trout? Oh no! I'm white and you guys are white. Why are you guys prosecuting me? I'm not a nigger. No, I'm just fucking with y'all niggas, man. What's going on, man? Another day, another 10 cents. You already know what the fuck it is. You know what it ain't. Hey, for all y'all niggas that's telling at the job, man. Oh, man, I had a great conversation with one of the homies. You know what I'm saying? At one of the corporate plantations that we worked at together. We had a long conversation last night. That shit was funny, man. We was dying laughing. Just how motherfucking the job of suck all the life out of you. And then you'll just keep giving because you want to prove to them so bad that you're a good worker. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there that's not Sambone and Conan and telling them about the gun line boss and all this bullshit, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man, that's supporting black business, recycling black dollars, and just staying on code, because that's what the topic is about, being on code, man. That white judge for that Kyle Rittenhouse case, man, that motherfucker don't give a fuck about the prosecution. That motherfucker like, look, nigga, fuck what y'all niggas talking about. He's white, I'm white. I'm not paying attention. My phone gonna ring while the trial going on. You're not even supposed to have phones in the motherfucking courtroom. But his ass got one though. Shit. Can't have your phones out. So shout out to everybody out there that's handling business, man. This time is going by fast, man. I was just thinking about some other shit, man, but it's just so funny how you look at a lot of the shit that's going on today, and immediately somebody will try to compare their experience to the black experience, and I'll be dying laughing. Because my thing is, if everybody want to take pride in building this country for us, we will gladly let y'all do that, but show us the documented proof in history that you built this country. Show us. That's why I like to read history. Shout out to No Compromise. No Compromise, man. I want to talk about this. That's my brother right there, and this sister, I think in New York, is trying to get her kid. They trying to do something with her children. So we had to sign this petition on Instagram, man. So shout out to that brother, man. I want to sit down. I got to chop it up with him again, man. I learned how to screen record. I kind of want to interview him and put him on my podcast so y'all can see, man, what he on, man, because that dude got some real good shit that he be talking about, man. So shout out to my brother, No Compromise. Shout out to Shawnee. You know what I'm saying? Feeling the building, stand up. Erica, Florida in the building, stand up. Tasha, you already know what it is. Miss Wendy, I ain't seen Miss Wendy in a long time. But shout out to Miss Wendy, too. Tommy, you already know what it is. Hey, your shit should be arriving. Email me. Let me know when you get your shit. But anyway, I'll tell you this. Before we get into the main topic, I just wanted to touch on one thing. We got to come to something. So are we reading the book, My Grandmother's Hands? Are we reading that book first, or what we reading? Because I'm a history buff. I like reading those books too, but I'm a history buff, and I've been reading a lot about like the slavery shit, which I don't like to read about, but I gotta read about it because I kind of want to like know more and be more in depth with what's going on. But let's chop it up, man. Y'all email me and let me know where we want to start this book club at, because I really want to start a book club. And I'm not talking about a speed reading book club where a nigga get a book that's 400 pages and they read it in 2 days. Come on, man. Stop that shit. Now, if you want to do it, go ahead. But I ain't on that shit no more. I think the fastest I've ever read a book, I think it was 390 pages, and I read it in 3 days. But that was just non-stop reading. You know what I'm saying? Not doing nothing else. I don't do that shit no more. That you have an overload. But we about to get into it, man. So, like I said, Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, hey, let's decide on what book we gonna read. Just make sure it ain't no motherfucking book that's $30 either, nigga. I'm fucking with y'all, man. Here, let me cut this music down. Let's get into it. Man. I think, man, it's really important and imperative that we read, because in this book, A Sweet Taste of Liberty, the untold story of Henrietta Woods versus Zebulon Ward. That was a dude that kidnapped her and enslaved her, and he was like a ward for prison. He was making a lot of money, you know, with the convict leasing system. So, you know, he was making bread. He made a lot of money, and it's just so funny about the law and how they were always spouting the law. And then it came down to, well, was she free or was she wasn't free? Because if she wasn't free, then she doesn't get any money. You know, she can't sue for restitution or whatever. So it's just reading books about history. It always enlightens me. Like when I read the book about Una Judge, I didn't know that Martha Washington had over 17,500 acres of land. Nigga, that's a lot of acres of land, man, for somebody to own. But they didn't want to give us 40 acres. You know, and then when you read the price for a pound of flesh, how they was just body snatching motherfuckers and doing experiments on it. They had niggas doing it too. They had niggas stealing the bodies and getting paid for it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Some of the shit that you learn, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the Negro Project, I was talking about the homegirl Erica. Shout out to Erica again. And Shawnee, I think, knew that too. I think she had put me up on the game before. I'm not sure. Shawnee always put me on the game, man. So it ain't no. These niggas put me up on the game. But anyway, shout out to 0662 and Screwhead about Mary McLeod Bethune and how Margaret Sanger was using her too. She was using a lot of prominent black leaders to get them to get, you know, basically to get them to co-sign the extermination of black folk. So, you know, history, then you look at the medical apartheid book. That's why I like history, man, because I didn't know a lot about history growing up. So when you're watching the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, you're just kind of like, damn, man, why the fuck, you know? But then when you start knowing about history, you know, look, man, this is all a formality. Like I said, Henrietta Woods sued for $20,000. They gave her $2,500. And they had her in bondage illegally. And then she had her freedom papers, and these motherfuckers like, oh, the courthouse with the records burned down, so we can't find your records. So basically, you wasn't free. This is just the type of shit that I see going on all the time, and I just, you know, just reading and researching and understand what the fuck is going on. We gotta have a different understanding, you know what I'm saying, of what we need to do, man. And it's just so funny, man. You look at people like Aaron Rodgers, how he was very vocal about the jabby jab. You know, they made him come and clarify some shit, but they didn't prosecute him and persecute him like they did Kyrie and like they do a lot of other black athletes. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you look at, I was looking at this thing about this, I think it was Ohio, this police officer, he was in training, I forgot his name, go Google it, and his commanding officer or chief or whatever was putting KKK notes on his desk and just playing games and sending them, like, he was, you know, here, I'm gonna send you a picture of your police car when you start training. Send them a fucking Cadillac Escalade on rims, just your typical racist bullshit. You know, and motherfuckers be acting like, oh, well, you know, that's not funny. Well, you go amongst a whole bunch of white people, start telling a whole bunch of white jokes. 9 times out of 10, they not gonna like that too much. If anything, they gonna have more grievances with you and be telling on your ass, especially if you make them feel uncomfortable. So I think a lot of the times, man, we as human beings, we gotta look at and see what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even with this trial with Kyle Rittenhouse, nigga, you know you was a vigilante. I've already spoke about this before. I just wanted to touch on it again because the judge, now you can see who's on code. The judge's on code like a motherfucker with Kyle Rittenhouse's defense. You know what I'm saying? You can just kind of tell. He just on his phone. He not really paying attention. He don't give a fuck. And you can see who the judges are. They're old white men. You know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation with one of the homies at the Court Plantation, and I was just like, I had to tell her, I was like, my nigga, like, these are old white people. They ain't got shit but time on their hands to be all into the job and do everything and go above and beyond. Well, good for you, motherfucker. Everybody ain't trying to go. Some people just want to do they ate and skate, and I suggest that with black folk. Because I was having another conversation with another homegirl. You know what I'm saying? I had these conversations. And shout out to my nigga Dom. Dom, I have not forgot about you, man. I got to tell you off the phone, man. I mean, off this shit. Shout out to my nigga Dom, too, because we had those conversations quite frequently about, like, they try to siphon everything out of you. They're so good at taking that stereotype of niggas are lazy, and then they bestow it upon you and kind of make you wear the jacket, and then you try so hard to get out of wearing that jacket that you will damn near kill yourself just to prove to them that you are not who they think you are. But really, that's just a psychological warfare game that they playing with you because they know niggas ain't lazy. Because most people know that black folk built the country. That's why I had to check a Latino one time when he was like, well, I was like, no, y'all did not build this country. Foundational black Americans built this country, homie. I said, because I have the documented history. I got it. This proof is in the pudding. It's in the books. Oh, yeah, you right. Yeah, I know I'm right. No, stop. So look, I got love my Latino people, man. They ain't got no discrepancies with y'all, but y'all niggas, look, y'all niggas, you can't come in the end and be trying to take credit for building the country at the end. Cause nigga, you go look at the slave records. Nigga, and a lot of black folk back in the 1700s that had Latino last names, that was because the Portuguese and the Spaniards and shit, but they were black. If you read They Came Before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, clearly it states. That's why when people be trying to talk that shit, well, Christopher Columbus came over here and dealt with us first. First of all, black people were already here. If you read the documents that Christopher Columbus left in his notes, if you read that book, he talked about how black people was already here and that the Moors had to build the ship to get him over here because he was lying to the Spanish crown. But it was Moors who did it because when he went out to sail at sea, he got lost and had to fucking come back. He didn't know where the fuck he was going. So he ended up coming back. So then when he came back, he had to have the Moors navigate the sea. Moors mean dark, swarthy. They didn't say Moors meaning Latino, so stop the bullshit, man. Because motherfuckers be trying to take what the fuck we do and twist it, and now everybody want to claim this Afro-Latina shit when back in the day, motherfuckers didn't even want to be associated with black people because I feel like black people did such a good job in the 90s and the 80s of establishing like, okay, look, we got love for the Latino brothers and sisters, but look, right here, this is our shit. Now it's just kind of like blended in. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfucker, I'm Afro-Latino when it suits you. But when it don't suit you, you don't want to claim no black shit. You want to claim, I'm Latino, I'm Spanish. And it's so funny when people are like, oh yeah, I was dating a Spanish chick. Look, first of all, let me tell you something. If they are not from Spain, they are not Spaniards. And they are not Spanish. They speak Spanish, but they are not from Spain. Motherfuckers need to understand and distinguish between the two. And know what an ethnicity is and a nationality. Ethnicity is the color of your skin. Nationality is where the fuck you're from. That's why motherfuckers be like, I'm African American. They be white. No, nigga. Your ethnicity is you're white. You're from South Africa. I remember a bitch trying to tell me I'm South African. I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? That don't mean shit to me. Because you'll never go through the suffrage of what I go through and what my people go through every day. You got to know a little bit about geography and know a little bit about what the fuck is going on. If not, just look up the words because motherfuckers try to trick you when you be like, what's your ethnicity? Oh, I'm Nigerian. No, homie, that's your nationality. What's your ethnicity? You're black. And motherfuckers, well, that's why a lot of people that are immigrants that come from other countries, they're going to tell you their nationality first before they tell you their ethnicity. Ethnicity is the color of your skin. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's what I've read. That's what I've interpreted. And it's like when you watch the trial, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and you see, okay, you got white judge, you got white lawyers. Like, come on, bro. Like I said, unless they are establishing a system of justice, those are just two slave masters arguing who's the bigger slave. Basically, what slave master is going to get their counterpart off, because they're all part of the system of racism and white supremacy, and they are, to me, enhancing it every day or trying to learn how to enhance it and maintain it. And then you got a lot of Sambos and coons. Like I saw that Terry Crews commercial where he act like he a fucking Amazon employee. It's like, niggas always be going for the okie doke. If Terry Crews ain't the biggest buck dancing Sambo telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd, Steven from Django, coon ass nigga, he gonna get the music. Sean, I'm about to get the music for that nigga, because this shit is god awful what the fuck he be doing. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? But you know what, man? When you are trying to stay relevant and you gotta make that paper, then I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Just like now, they got everybody apologizing to, what's his name? Sarver, the owner of the Suns. They got Jalen Rose and them apologizing, I guess for a misquote or whatever. But why don't y'all make this man apologize for what the fuck he been saying? So y'all telling me that Earl Watson was just making up lies and lying. Man, stop. This system is put in place for a reason. That's why don't be surprised if Kyle Rittenhouse gets a year and a day or 2 years or 3 years, 4 years, right? Then they pretend to lock him up, and then a year later they let him out with time served, or they find somebody else, and when they find somebody else, they be like, oh, well, you know what? You know what, man? What we're going to do is we're just going to go back and revisit the trial. We're going to go ahead and let him off. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised, because this is the type of shit that they do. And don't for a second get it twisted and think that they'll ever change it for you. Nah. You better have a Johnny Cochran on your team. That's why we got to be on code. They are on code. As Nearly Fuller Jr., I was talking to my homegirl about this. I want to put her name out there. Dom, you know who it is. If Dom watching, he know who it is. I was talking to homegirl, and I was like, you know what happens with black folk? We all have different agendas. You got one person that want to prove they're the best worker. You got one person that want to not only prove they're the best worker, but they want to get out of debt. You know what I'm saying? You got this person that's on this, and you got this person, then you put us all together. We don't know how to argue. We don't know how to get along because everybody's agenda is different, and we don't know how to put our differences to the side because we get a high off of, like, going against our people. It's like some type of a high. We don't know how to just back and just let it alone. We want to make it a point. But when you tell a black person, well, why don't you make it a point of going against those white folk? Motherfuckers be like, man, I ain't doing this shit. Even at the job. At the corporate plantation, motherfuckers will go at these niggas will guard each other all day. And you got to understand, that is entertainment for them. They're going to terminate both of you on the strength. They ain't your friends. That's why you have to be emotionless. You have to understand that, man. And then when you do have emotion, you got to know when to turn on. That's why you got Kyle Rittenhouse crying and shit playing the victim. Like he's the motherfucking victim. Nigga, stop. You ain't the fucking victim. Crying and shit. Let me see if I can find some of this nigga just... Man, let me see. I'm about to try to see if I can find something. Let me see. Let me see if I can find something. Let me see. I'm going to try to see if I can find something. Let this motherfucker crying. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find something. Let's see what they gonna do. Let's see. Hold on. Because I just want to see. They playing a commercial right now before I get up out of here. I just want to see if I can find something. This nigga just crying. Just putting on the tears. I mean, and the award goes too. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. All right, here, let me cut this music off because I want y'all to hear this shit. This shit gonna blow y'all mind. Hold on.
Back from Mr. Zeminski, what's your plan?
My plan is to get out of that situation and go back north down Sheridan Road to where the car source lot number 2 was.
And did you get back? Were you able to go in a northerly direction?
I wasn't.
Describe what happens.
Once I take that step back, I look over my shoulder and Mr. Rosenbaum was now running from my right side.
Listen to this shit.
I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski. And there were
man, and the award goes to, and the award, that's what we used to do at my house, at my mom's house. When we go visit my mom on Saturday and Sunday and the nigga get emotional and shit, I'd be like, right in the middle of the emotional epithet, I'd be like, and the award goes to, because, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
People right there.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
Oh, my God. Take a deep breath, Kyle. Just take a deep breath, Kyle. Come on. Come on now, Kyle. Take a deep breath. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, get your bitch ass off the goddamn stage, nigga. Get this nigga an Oscar, man.
Whatever.
Man, I would have been like, man, are y'all done with this theatrics that y'all got going on? I would have been like, what school you go to? Juilliard's? Did you go to the same thespian school as Denzel Washington? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't know who's worse. Coon ass nigga too. I forgot his fucking name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I did a podcast on his ass when he was crying too. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Right, run.
He looked to the judge like, can you please stop?
Time for our break anyway. You can just relax for a minute, sir. We're going to take a break about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case during the break. Read, watch, or listen to any economy crap.
Oh my God. Look, man, I'm done. This nigga, get the fuck out of here, man. Oh my God, I'm done, man. I can't fuck with it. This is the shit that go on. I mean, you know how many black people I've seen on the stage break down on the courtroom stand and break down, start crying? They don't give a fuck. They just give you a tissue and let you keep crying. They don't never let no nigga go to break. Go watch some trials where niggas break down and start crying. Nigga, they'd be like, you know, judge be like, get this nigga some tissue, because we not stopping, motherfucker. You can cry all you want. But that white boy started crying. That judge is like, fuck this. Go to break. Fuck that. Go to break. This is compelling. This kid's really sorry for what he did. Poor little Timmy. I mean, Kyle. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That's some sucker shit. If all you hoe-ass motherfuckers out there who's sitting up here acting like what he did wasn't, you know, like, oh, well, what he did was within his rights. No, nigga, you don't go to no fucking rally or whatever, no march, no protest, and you sitting up here with a goddamn AR, waiting for somebody to run up on you so you can start shooting. And if you was worried for your life, you wouldn't have been walking around with the gun. You would have ran and been like, I was in fear for my life, but you kept dumping. Fuck that nigga. I hope they put him under the jail. Nigga, that's what you get. Guilty, nigga. And for any nigga that's up here making excuses for Kyle Rittenhouse or the law and all this bullshit, you some sucker motherfuckers and you a Sambo. Because niggas can learn the law. I bet you 500,000 motherfucking niggas learn the law, they'll change all the motherfucking rules. So I don't want to hear that shit. They will always move the goalposts. And for any nigga that thinks something different, guilty nigga, you a Sambo, man. I'm out. Peace.